Our readings today challenge us about the concept of judgment, both God's judgment of us and our judgment of others. In the first reading from Ezekiel, we see that God directs that those persons who are worthy, that is, those who are innocent and not idolatrous, be marked with thou, and that's a name of a god. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's Thau. Although it's clear in the Old Testament that the idols were of concern, I wonder how that translates to our current idols. What are the things that consume our attention and resources while taking them away from our primary purpose? How do we assure that we are not living idolatrous lives, but rather are true in all ways to our faith? Years ago, I was on a mission trip that made me again consider what the necessities of life are. What are the things that I really, really need? Interestingly enough, on my first day back at work, my little calendar of daily inspirations showed the following for that date. What do we live for, if not to make the world less difficult for each other? A quote from George Eliot. The second reading today conveys Jesus' perspective on how to handle conflict with others. He directs that we should confront the situation head on with the person involved. If that doesn't work, bring some others along and try again. If that still doesn't work, bring in the authorities in the form of the church. At that point, we've done all that we can and we must let it go. Treat him as you would a tax collector. Then the reading takes a turn. Jesus now talks about praying and the power of prayer, especially as we gather together. As I pondered these readings and my reactions, I experienced two events that gave me even more food for thought. A while ago, I attended funerals for two men who died within days of each other. One, still young by our standards, with so much more to accomplish, yet he had chosen priesthood as his profession and had accomplished numerous wonderful deeds in his short lifetime. The other gentleman had lived a long life, choosing a secular path with a profession and family. His life, too, was full of wonderful deeds and was also as beloved as the first. At each funeral, I thought of the many lives that he touched in the most profound way and the legacy that each left. It put these readings into perspective for me and the purpose of our lives here in this transient world. Both men had the power of St. Ignatius reflected in the song These Alone Are Enough by Dan Schutte. I leave you with those powerful words in that song. You can find that song on YouTube. These Alone Are Enough by Dan Schutte, Shutte. Happy listening.